Next one is a pyridine derivatives. Examples are niacin or nicotinic acid, and second one is a nicotinamide. So niacin also called as nicotinic acid or nicotinamide. So these drugs has the tendency to, these drugs has the capability to decrease the both very low density lipoproteins and low density lipoproteins. So these drugs has the capability to decrease the very low density lipoproteins and low density lipoproteins. So first we'll see the chemical structures of these drugs. The chemical structure of niacin or nicotinic acid like this. So it consisting of a pyridine moiety and carboxylic group is attached to this pyridine moiety. So this is the chemical structure of niacin or nicotinic acid. So when you see in the mechanism of action of these pyridine derivatives, these drugs will decrease the lipolysis, thereby promoting the lipid storage. So they can prevent they decreases the lipolysis and promoting the lipid storage in the adipose tissue. So that means they can reduce the metabolism of lipids and triglycerides. And second one is that they can increase the activity of lipoprotein lipase, thereby they can decrease the levels of VLDL, that means very low density lipoproteins, and when this very low density lipoprotein is decreased, then it ultimately decreases the low density lipoprotein. Since the very low density lipoprotein is the precursor for production of this low density lipoprotein, so when the concentration of very low density lipoprotein is decreased by the action of lipoprotein lipase, then the concentration of low density lipoprotein also decreases. By this way it shows the anti-hyperlipidemic activity. So that means these drugs can able to reduce both very low density lipoproteins and low density lipoproteins. And this nicotinic acid is extensively metabolized in our body into different types of metabolites like nicotinamide, nicotinuric acid, methyl nicotinamide, etc. That means the nicotinic acid is extensively subjected to metabolism in our body to produce nicotinamide, nicotinuric acid, methyl nicotinamide, and etc. And these metabolites are excreted through the urine along with the some unchanged nicotinic acid. So these metabolites are excreted through the urine along with the some unchanged nicotinic acid. And when seeing the adverse reactions of these pyridine derivatives, they are producing flushing. So this can be due to histamine release, gastrointestinal distress, liver dysfunction, jaundice, and the most serious adverse reaction of this drug is nothing but serious liver damage. Serious liver damage. So the liver damage is the serious adverse reaction of these pyridine derivatives. And when you see in the pharmacological uses or indications, they are effectively used in the they are effective in reducing the triglycerides, total serum cholesterol, and LDL levels. And they can increase the HDL level. So high density lipoprotein levels are increased by these drugs. By these actions, they are effectively used in the treatment of different types of hyperlipidemias like type 2A, 2B, type 3, type 4 and type 5. So for these reasons, so by these actions, that means, so by the actions like they are effectively reducing the triglycerides, total serum cholesterol and low lipid density levels in the plasma, total serum cholesterol, low density lipoproteins, and they can increase the high density lipoproteins in the plasma. So thereby they are effectively used in the treatment of different types of the hyperlipidemias like type 2A, type 2B, type 3, type 4 and type 5. Next one is cholesterol absorption inhibitors. Example for this class is ezetimibe. So when you see in the chemical structure of ezetimibe, it consisting of a quaternary nitrogen, and to this quaternary nitrogen there is a substitution of fluorophenyl group. Fluorophenyl group is attached to the quaternary nitrogen. And also having the other substituents like so this is the chemical structure of ezetimibe. When you see in the mechanism of action of this ezetimibe, it can lower the plasma cholesterol level. By decreasing the absorption of cholesterol in intestine. So when the absorption of the cholesterol is decreased in intestine, thereby the plasma level of cholesterol also decreases. So by this way it shows the anti-hyperlipidemic activity. So when the absorption of the cholesterol in intestine is decreased, then the cholesterol transport to the liver is decreased. So the cholesterol transport to the liver is decreased. So thereby the cholesterol which is present in the blood is transported to the liver is increased. So the cholesterol which is present in the blood, so the transport of cholesterol which is present in the blood is increased to the liver. So when the cholesterol which is present in the liver is decreased to the liver, then the cholesterol which is present in the blood is transported. Then the transport of cholesterol which is present in the blood to the liver is increased. So in this way, this drug will clear the cholesterol which is present in the plasma or blood into the liver. And when you see the pharmacological uses of these drugs, so this is generally used in combination with the HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors. So there is a combination therapy. Drug is generally used in the combination therapy along with the HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors to reduce the cholesterol levels in the plasma. To reduce the elevated cholesterol levels in the plasma. And last one is the miscellaneous agents. Example is beta cetosterol. So this drug is also, it is a plant sterol. So it is having the same structural similarity as that of the cholesterol. So structural similarity as that of the cholesterol. So for that reason, it is effectively inhibit the absorption of cholesterol from the intestine. So that means it competitively inhibit the cholesterol absorption in the intestine. So thereby it decreases the cholesterol level thereby it decreases the transport of cholesterol from the intestine to the liver and shows the same actions as that of the ezetimibe. Okay, but due to the high cost of this drug, so it is not popularly used as the anti-hyperlipidemic agent. So when you see in the chemical structure of this beta cetosterol, it consisting of the same structural similarities as that of the cholesterol. So this is the chemical structure of beta cetosterol. Due to the same structural similarities of the cholesterol, it can competitively inhibit the cholesterol absorption from intestine. So it can inhibit the absorption of the cholesterol from the intestine, thereby it will decrease the cholesterol level in the liver so that it can promote the clearing of cholesterol from the blood. So that means it shows the same action as that of the ezetimibe. Okay. The high cost. So this drug is not popularly used as the anti-hyperlipidemic agent or lipid lowering agent. This is about the chemistry, mechanism of action, structural activity relationship of different classes of anti-hyperlipidemic agents.